I was a little bit unsure of what makeup look I wanted to do, but I kind of have an idea of what I'm going to be doing just because there's two specifics. That I wanted to do the blue one, just all blue dramatic look, but I also wanted to do something bronzy. So what I think I'm gonna do is do bronzy on top and then just a pop of color at the bottom, just to get the best of both worlds. So before I start prepping my eyes, I am gonna be taking the Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask, and I'm gonna be applying it under my eye area. This is not like a moisturizer that you can leave in. It's sort of like a mask, and you can apply this under your eye area. So I've been doing this lately whenever I'm going to do my shadow, just because if I have any fallout, I know I have to go in and clean this mask, so it'll be pretty easy just swiping it off instead of using the makeup wipe or eye makeup remover. Now that I applied that mask there, it's not only going to catch fallout, but it's also going to give the hydration to my under area. Like I mentioned in my previous videos, I don't have dark circles, but I do have this area here where it sinks in, and it just shows how tired I am, so I wanted to look as plump as possible when I do go in with my concealer. So I'm going to move in and applying some concealer. Apparently I don't have my mirror, the one I usually use, like the full big size vanity one, but I'm just going to use this small one here. Just go in with my eye and blend it out. Now that I prepped my eyes with concealer, I'm going to be taking this shade here, which is a light one, and a fluffy brush, and actually spread it all over my... Last time I used a very dense brush to just tap it on the lid, and I don't know how I felt about that shadow just being all over, so I'm just going to blend it out instead of applying. I don't know, I feel like this light color has some sort of like shimmer, not shimmer, but it's kind of like a satin instead of a matte. I'm not sure, maybe it's just me being crazy, but that's how I feel about it. To the area where I'm actually going to be packing the shadow is underneath my brow bone, just right here in this area, just as light as possible, just to give some highlight to this area here. I usually don't do this much, but I feel for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to be taking this light shade here, and I'm going to be blending it all over my crease as my starting shade. So right off the bat, I'm noticing that the shadow I blended here on my crease is more on the cooler side rather than warmer. Kind of looks warm here on the pan, but then once you blend it, it's on the cool side. I'm used to always using a shadow that's on the warm side to start off my whole eye look. But let's see how it goes. I'm going to continue blending in colors. I'm going to move on to this shade here. Usually I'm used to more shades like this. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this in my crease and see how it looks blended together with the previous shadow that I blended in. See some definition. It's not as like a burnt orange that I wished it was. I guess because of the previous shadow being more on the cooler side, that's why it's giving me this kind of vibe, which I'm not mad at, but I'm used to always using warmer shades. Maybe that's why. But other than that, the shadows are easy to work with. They're not, how can I say, they're pigmented for sure. They're blendable, so I can't be mad at that, so I'm going to move on. So for the sake of the video, I'm going to be mixing these two, this one here, which is a bronzy one, and this one's more like a copper shade, together to apply on the lid. And I am going to be using the blue, the cobalt blue underneath on my lower lash area, just to show you guys both of the shades. I mixed both of the shadows together, and I was surprised that it didn't have fallout, which usually with shadows like these you always expect a bunch of fallout, but I really didn't, nor in the pan either when I was picking it up with the brush. And as you can tell, they're combined together. They make such a beautiful shade, wearable. Now I'm kind of debating whether I want liner or no liner, which is always a problem with me. For the side look, I'm going to go ahead and skip liner, and I'm just going to apply lashes instead. Yes, you guys, I know, and I'm still using this curler. I haven't got around buying a new one. Don't judge me, okay? It's not like it works. I just don't like the fact that it curls my bottom lashes. Like these right here, and it's so annoying. But whatever. It's going to, what's the mascara? Here you go. I always go back to this L'Oreal Voluminous mascara. It's so good. It's an old one, but it works. Apply lashes off camera, and I did apply the Lily lashes in style Miami. Of course, the boxing does look different because they are now available in Sephora. So if you're looking to try this style, go to your Sephora. You'll be able to find them there. Now that I finalized my top area of my shadow, I'm going to go ahead and with the damp towel just remove the mask that I applied earlier. And I'm surprised because there was actually no fallout. Like, I actually could have done this eye look with my foundation on and I would have not had a problem. I'm not sure about the blue. We will try it on here shortly, but I'm just removing this here quickly. I want to moisturize my skin. My favorite moisturizer for myself and also my client. This is Amberly's moisturizer. It's good for all skin types. Not only that, but it also has primer already built in, so it kills two birds with one stone. I'm not going to be using primer, honestly. I'm going to be using this Becca Luminizer here for all of my skin. It's for imperfections. I have a lot of breakouts at the moment, so this should help. So I am going to be taking a lighter concealer than what I usually use, but I'm also going to be using another concealer just to kind of tone down the brightness. My favorite concealer to contour, and it's from LA Girls in the shade Espresso. It used to be the shade Toast, but I kind of switched it up to this one. I really like it, and they're so affordable, which is a nice thing. Again, I do freelance, so anytime I do stock up on my kit, I always get these again, so it's like I don't have to buy like a $30 concealer, you know, just for me. To blend out my concealer, I like to use these kind of stippling brushes on myself and clients as well. The smaller the better, because you can precisely blend in the area you are trying to basically darken or just shade in. As you can see, a little product goes a long way. Usually it's every time I go on camera that I have problems where I start looking crazy on my forehead, but it's okay because you can blend it out. And I like to get the appearance of a smaller forehead rather than larger. My foreheads are really small. So I don't know, it's just a thing that I really like. And then, of course, to blend the contour on my nose, what I like to do is just take the very ends and slightly blend upwards. It's kind of tricky sometimes for me to do this here. So, just blend upwards. Who is calling me? I almost finished my face makeup. I got a couple more things to do, but other than that, I am going to move to the eye area. It's not sharpened. I need to sharpen it. It's a blue liner that I'm going to be using on my waterline, so I'll be back. Take this blue liner here in my waterline. I think this blue is pretty good. So I actually really like this liner blue. I think if you were to go under with just like a matte brown shadow underneath it, it will still look really nice. But because of for the sake of this video, I am going to be using the blue cobalt one. I am going to be applying that shade underneath. Of course, before I apply that blue shadow, I am going to be going with the transition shade that I used previously and blending it underneath, just so I can have a transition shade and not just have one full blue shadow where it looks kind of harsh. I want it to all be cohesive together. Right, not going in with the blue and just tapping it underneath as tight as possible. I do not want to go back and forth blending it in because I don't want this to look kind of messy. Not only that, I don't want it to turn out pretty bad or messy. So just pushing it upwards and inwards. I think it looks really nice. I actually really like it. So once again, you want to get a flat shader brush like this and just push in that blue shadow. You're not going to be blending it. You're just going to be compressing this upwards instead of trying to smudge it. Not only does the blue give it a pop of color, but it actually makes your eyes, it makes your eyes just wider. It kind of makes you look more refreshed, awake. So I think this is a really nice spring look too. It's not like fully dramatic because you have still that bronzy color on top that gives it that simplicity, but you're still that bitch because of the blue down there. Now I'm going to move on to applying mascara to my bottom lashes. I just think no matter how much lashes, how long, how short they are, I definitely do think that you should be coating your underneath mascaras because, again, I feel like it balances out the eye. Some people don't like to apply mascara, and it's okay. You don't necessarily have to. But from my perspective, I think it's important because, again, it just completes the eye look and it balances everything out. While a little of the powder just kind of disappear on its own, just really melt onto my skin, I'm going to move on to my lips. And I currently have the 3 lipsticks from the whole collection. And I think I'm not exactly sure if I want to go. I'm definitely going to be going with the satin lipstick, but I don't know exactly what gloss I want to be using. I know it's more on the peacher side, so I think I might be going with the very nude one, which is funny because the name is super nude. But I think something subtle, not too much, would be perfect for this look. And I'm just going to be lining my lips with MAC Strip Down. I usually like to go towards the line and then underline underneath this area like this. I think overlining your lips but the right way makes your lips look fuller. When you overdo it, it's super noticeable and it doesn't look right, but I think when you do it the right way, it looks good. So usually to my Cupid's bow, I just go a little bit over it and then I kind of follow my exact lip line. But over in the Cupid's bow, I go over it just slightly, not too much. Alright, now that I properly lined my lips, I'm going to be going in with this shade, which is super pretty. And it's super pigmented. It reminds me of my favorite nude lipstick by NYX. It's a soft cream in the shade London, but except instead of being like a matte, this one's more satin, so it's perfect just because I'm not crazy over matte liquid lipsticks. This is super pigmented. I really like the shade. It's really nice, especially for my skin tone. I thought this was going to be either too light and I was going to have to be using like a darker lip liner, but I really like this. I don't know, what do you guys think? I mean, I really like the satin the satin lipstick. I think it looks really nice just on its own. I might end up applying the gloss, but I'm not so sure because I actually really like how it looks. I'm going to move on to applying some blush. I feel like blush always completes the face look. It's just like when you do your eye look and you apply lashes, it completes it. The same thing for your face. Once you apply blush and give yourself some color, it definitely finalizes your face. Yeah, I think that should be enough, and I should remove the powder off my nose and setting spray and we should be done. For my inner corner, I am going to be applying this shade here, which is a super light one, just to give myself some pop here in the inner corner, which is really pretty too. It's like a pearl kind of gray silver metallic shade, which looks really nice. Yes. To finalize, I'm going to be applying some highlighter. I've been having a lot of texture in this area, so I'm really just going to focus on my cheeks here, where I don't have texture. So even when I smile, I have that glow. Woo, 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 woo. And of course, another product that launched around the same time that the KKW and Mario collection did is the Fenty Beauty Body Lava. And I'm going to be showing you guys here what it looks like. I think it was a wrong decision wearing this white top, but whatever. Let's see if I can bring this down. And one thing I can tell you, because I did do a demo on Snapchat, is that if you over apply this product, it will get super sticky. I like the fact that it gives you more like a dewy, wet finish to your skin, and it's not like that metallic glow. It's more like a shimmer, wet finish. Okay, and just for the sake of the video, I am applying more here on my collarbone just to show you guys the effect and what it does. Don't get me wrong, I really like it. I also like the smell, and I like what it's trying to do, give you that wet finish look. But again, for summer hot weather, it might be too sticky. It might be too sticky, but I actually like it. I wouldn't over apply it again, because again, you will be sticky. It's like tacky, but it's still a pretty finish, and you smell good. I mean, there's other alternatives, because the bottle is $59. It's 3 ounces, which I definitely think you are getting a lot of product, because I believe this is the size of the regular Fenty foundation. And come on, I got this in the shade Who Needs Clothes. I was going to go for the bronzier one, but I feel like this one looks really good with all skin tones. So again, it's really good product for $60. It's amazing. But again, you really have to watch out with how much product you are applying if you don't like to be sticky. But other than that, I actually like it. Can you guys see? Ooh, am I glowing? Yes, I am. And I'm that person who wants to glow for sure, especially my collarbones. I want to glow all year round, from January to December. So this is what the Classic K satin lipstick looks like. I really, really love this shade. It's so pretty. It's not over drying, super pigmented. But I'm going to move on to applying the shade Super Nude. I think this shade is definitely universal, especially if you're a freelance makeup artist. This is going to come in handy, just because you can definitely tone down any lipstick that you want to. So let me go ahead and apply it. So this is what the shade looks like now that I have applied the Super Nude lip gloss on top. It definitely did tone down the pinky shade, so made it more nude. Of course, it's not super sticky. There's glosses where you actually compress your lips and they kind of like take a minute to kind of like split it. But this one's actually not sticky. Super, super pretty. I actually love this combo here. Alright, so my final thoughts on everything here, of course, for the Fenty Beauty, I think it's going to be a 50-50. The fact that it's super tacky and super sticky when it comes to over applying it, it's kind of going to keep me from wearing it often. Other than that, I definitely think it's beautiful. I like how it smells. It gives you more like that wet finish look. Do you see that? It's just sticky. It's like when your hair gets stuck on your lip gloss when it's windy, you know, you're just out there like kind of the same feeling. Technically, it's the same feeling. So it's really up to you. I definitely do think before you actually go and invest $60 upon this, you definitely should get a small size sample at Sephora, because then you'll figure out if you like it or not. Of course, moving on to the KKW and Mario collection, I'm in love. I 100% love this collection from trying it on. The shadows are super pigmented. They don't have fallout. They're super blendable. I definitely think it's a size friendly travel palette. You kind of could struggle. Do you see how it fits in here? Not only that, but the shades are as well are super wearable. Whether you want to be simple, dramatic, you get your mirror, which comes in handy. Definitely 100% I love the lipstick. I don't do mattes too much, but definitely reminds me of my favorite shade by NYX in London, just in a satin finish. Super nude gloss works for me. As you guys can see, it's super beautiful. Not only that, I am a freelance makeup artist, so it's a universal shade that's going to go with every skin tone. Super handy. That way you don't have to be mixing multiple lipsticks or glosses together. This one, I have not used it yet, but from the swatches, I can definitely tell you that it's beautiful. It's more like on the peachy side, as you can see there, so it's definitely a spring tone. The formula is the same, so I'm definitely going to be loving this one as well too. Again, I am in love with this KKW collection. At first I was just like, I don't know. But other than that, as you guys can see, full face using KKW and Mario. I definitely do think it's a good investment, whether it's just the palette that you get or one or two of the lipsticks. I think for me, again, because I am a freelance makeup artist, it all comes in handy for me to try out for you guys. For the Fenty Beauty, like I said, it's 50-50, so you should definitely just go get a small size sample at Sephora and see how you like it. But other than that, I am in love with the KKW collection for sure. So it's going to be included in my yays for this month of April. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button, give it a like, comment, and you know the rest. See you in next video.